So hello all. Welcome to this next video in natural language processing, where we are going to discuss about various text pre-processing techniques and various text representation techniques. So this is the overall idea of what we are going to cover. In text pre-processing techniques, we will see techniques like normalization, tokenization, stop word removal, punctuation removal, stemming and lemmatization. We will see or understand what do we mean by feature engineering, some techniques to convert textual data into numeric data or vectors, like label encoding, one-hot encoding, bag of words, and DF-IDF. And we will also be introduced to some lexical measures, similarity measures like cosine, Minkowski, Euclidean, Manhattan, and checkered. So these are some books and references that I have referred to, and there are many books, online resources, and video links, blogs, etc., which I have referred. So this is the basic pipeline of NLP. The first step is data acquisition. We acquire the data from somewhere. In detail, we will talk about this, of how to get the data. The next step is text cleaning. After cleaning, we go to text pre-processing. Feature engineering, that is converting the data suitable for our machine learning or deep learning algorithms. We do some modeling using machine learning, deep learning, or heuristic-based approach. The models which are developed are then evaluated. Based on evaluation, there is a feedback loop. So we try to change the techniques that we have used. And then the evaluated model, if we think it is satisfactory, we deploy it. After deployment also, we have to continuously monitor our model and keep updating our model, keep giving the updated versions. So this is the overall idea of NLP pipeline. The steps that we have just mentioned, let us look into these steps one by one. So data acquisition is the first step. So how do you get the data? So sometimes the data is readily available to you. It might be there in your institute database, and data is structured. It is already available. You can use it. Sometimes the data is available with others. With others, in the sense, it could be a public data set, or it is available online on the internet, on the web, and you have to do web scraping to acquire the data, or you might want to use APIs to acquire the data. Sometimes data could be in the form of PDF or images or audio form, and then you have to convert the data into suitable form for your natural language processing algorithms. And sometimes the data is not available at all. In that case, we might want to do some kind of survey to acquire or gather the data. So these are some techniques of data acquisition. The next step is text pre-processing. So here we clean the data, because sometimes, for example, if we take data from the surveys, sometimes there are many blocks which are not filled. Many answers are not given, not answered. Or sometimes in the field, there might be unwanted characters. Like if the field is for text and somebody might have given numbers instead of alphabets. So in that case, we require some kind of cleaning. So also sometimes if you have links in your data and you want to remove the HTML tag, we can use or take help of regular expressions, regex in Python library. Nowadays, we use emojis and slang language while writing messages on WhatsApp, sometimes even an email. So if we want to convert these images, so the emojis, so that the machine can understand, that has to be done. That is also a part of cleaning. Spell check is also a part of cleaning. Then we go to further pre-processing and take steps like tokenization, sentence tokenization, or word tokenization. We will understand this with the help of example in the following slides. And there are some optional pre-processing techniques, like you might want to remove stop words. You might want to do stemming and lemmatization, removal of punctuation, normalization of the text, etc. So these steps are also done. We will learn about all these steps in detail in the following slides. Some advanced pre-processing steps could be parts of speech tagging, or parsing and co-reference resolution. Briefly, what do we understand by feature engineering? So, in case of NLP, converting the text to numbers or converting the textual data to the form which is appropriate for your machine learning and deep learning model is feature engineering. So, we use techniques like bag of words, TF-IDF, one-hot encoding, label encoding, word-to-vec. These are various feature engineering techniques that we will use in NLP. The next step is modeling. So now we have our data ready, and according to the task that we want to perform, we will prepare or we will make a model, create a model. And the model could be made by using either heuristic approaches, or we can use ML algorithms, or we can use BL algorithms, depending on the nature of the problem. Once the model is created, we need to test the model. And the model is tested or evaluated based on certain metrics that we will use. And based on evaluation of that model, we will send a feedback and try to improve the model if the accuracy that we obtain is not up to the mark. If evaluation of the model is satisfactory, then we decide to deploy the model. So what do we mean by deploying the model? It depends on the problem statement. So for example, if it is a spam mail detection example task, then we can go for some kind of API and we can deploy it on cloud. Otherwise, we can also have a kind of chatbot or chatbot, and that could be deployed on WhatsApp. So it depends on what kind of task do we have. Accordingly, we do the deployment. So we create a chatbot or we have some website, some web interface. Depends on the problem that we have. So that is meant by deployment. So this is the pipeline of NLP. Now, let us start with text pre-processing. So in this text pre-processing, we have or we will see operations like tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, stop word removal, punctuation removal, etc. Parsing, POS tagging, entity recognition will be dealt with in the following units. I will end this video here and we will start the next video with tokenization, stemming and lemmatization techniques. Thank you very much for listening.